contact keys in the gallon.
Get it switched off.
Well, it was the announcement the workforce here dreaded. Right up to the last possible moment, management and unions believed they were in with a fighting chance. But their hopes were dashed around 3:30 this afternoon when Malcolm Rifkin stood up in the House of Commons and made his historic announcement that the contract is to go to Devonport. Half an hour later, the workforce streamed out through the factory gates, angry, disappointed and facing an uncertain future. Tonight, at homes across Fife, the full implications of this historic decision are still sinking in. Could you just turn me down a bit on top, Ryan?
Oh, I'm Stephen.
See you when?
That's fine. Just the reverb was gone. God, were you listening to that? Could you not hear it?
I don't need to.
They had 2 minutes of just nothing. We don't know what's happening next. You know, just.
Put it into now.
Gone into Fiona Ross's page.
I've got a problem with bombs or whatever that is.
I think they're okay. I think that went okay. Was that okay, Clive?
Very well, actually.
We screwed this up completely. Jesus, we've had months to get this right. Because it rolled. I can hear it fine now. We did, they came to us and then, who knows. Families throughout the region are tonight having to come to terms with the reality. Families throughout the region are tonight having to come to terms with the reality of life without Rosyth. For most of them, dismal. Right, okay. Families throughout the region are tonight having to come to terms with the reality of life without Rosyth. For most, it's a dismal, almost hopeless prospect. Our reporter Emma Simpson has been with one Fife family. Families throughout the region are tonight having to come to terms with the reality of life without Rosyth. For most, it's a dismal, almost hopeless prospect. Our reporter Emma Simpson has been with one family. Is her report.
Stephen, do you need this case now?
Not really, no.
I'm just thinking of the interview if we ever get to it. Because it's going to be my way.
It would be quite useful if it's not really in your way.
Down the way until we do
That
an
side?
Yeah.
50 seconds. They're looking for more. Then Alan Smith after that. I went to play. That's good.
Families throughout the region are tonight having to come to terms with the reality of life without Rosyth for most people. Well, I can't hear anything at all now. Is there a reason for that?
They're going to Devonport.
Yeah, they're at Devonport now.
That's why you won't get it.
I've spoken to your gallery.
Yeah.
Basically, they're doing what they can. They're apologising about the sort of off air, basically.
They got the first bit okay, did they?
They got the bit that you just did,
Yeah.
where you heard yourself coming back. They're having problems providing you with a clean feed. They can't sort their comms out. I don't know.
It's turned down a bit now, so it should be all right now. It's
Yeah?
just it throws you when you need it coming back.
Oh,
You know.
not half, especially
So
with that
it's
delay.
okay.
But we're doing what we can.
All
Well,
right.
we can't do much. It's down to
I think Devonport's the same. They seem to have similar problems down there.
Devonport's the worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it'll be okay.
All right.
Yes, okay, I will. I'll pass that on to you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Families throughout the region are tonight coming to terms with the reality of life without Rosyth. For most, it's a bleak, almost hopeless prospect. But reporter Emma Simpson has been with one family. Have they finished?
Do anything else?
Yeah. They're in a couple of packages. They've not come to us again. Don't know what's going on. This is the worst cock-up in the history of Scotland today. You want to hear this, what's going on. It's just package after package falling down. Shane and they're saying, we don't know what's happening next. Straight over, yep.
Right, Stephen's here now.
If you could just stand about
Hi,
there.
Scott.
Just waiting on this side. We're coming to you in a minute.
Right.
Sorry.
Right, so that'll be straight off the back of Alan Smith. Right, no problem. Cheers, Scott. Okay, we're going to go to Gordon Brown in Westminster in about 30 seconds. 30 seconds with him, then straight to you. We've got 2 minutes together.
Okay.
That's okay. Thanks for being so patient with us. Complicated all this technology, I don't understand any of it. Ron in about 30 seconds.
Hello.
Stephen, just come forward. So you're going.
Okay, so about 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes.
Can you just turn that down behind you a bit more, Gary? Into Gordon Brown now, with you just in a few seconds.
Just under a minute. 1 minute. Okay.
Thanks, Shireen. I'm joined now by Alan Smith. Mr. Smith, after months of campaigning, what's your feeling tonight?
Well, obviously I'm disappointed. I don't agree with the decision at all. Despite the figures, I don't agree with the decision. But I accept the government have made a decision and we will take it from here.
Was this a political decision or a commercial decision?
Well, obviously there were political connotations, but again, I can't say too much about that. The one thing got to make sure it's understood. We've run a campaign for the last year to get the work here, and what we have achieved by way of surface ships is certainly far bigger package of work than it would have been had we not run that campaign. There is a future for the Rosyth dockyard in surface ships, and that's where we take it from.
Malcolm Rifkin says only 450 jobs will have to go. Do you accept that figure?
Well, we can't accept that figure precisely, whether it's plus or minus. I don't know on the basis on which he calculated that figure. But the thing for certain is if the workload he mentions is delivered, then the figures are not far wrong. They might even be better. We bring commercial work in.
Many of your workers will be watching this tonight. What's your message to them?
Well, my message to them is that we mustn't gloat too much in the past. We put up a very, very powerful battle. I believe we should have got the contract. We didn't. And we've got to accept that and face up to the future. And the future here in the long term is surface ships. And if we put our backs into it, we can become competitive and keep off the opposition.
Alan Smith, thanks very much indeed.
Thank
Live
you.
from Rosyth, back to the studio.
We're going to a Q&A, Steve.
Well, the workers were obviously disappointed. They've been waiting for the news all day. When it came, the disappointment was as keen as you would expect it to be. Alan Smith told us there it could have been much worse. At least the campaign has saved some jobs here and brought some work forward. But that's cold comfort to thousands of families tonight. They will remember this day as a day of bitter disappointment and a day of betrayal. Thank you.
Fair, is that?
Well, you look very good actually go now. Like, I don't think there is.
Oh, really? Maybe we should copy it. I thought that was the end. Well, we've lost it.
Wrong decision has been made, and that becomes the light of the report. Where is the big take it from there? And the reality of that is